Hey there, everybody. What's up? And welcome back for another one of our games here. And we are taking on Taiyuan Gong, the Taiyuan University of Technology. And we should be able to win this one as well. And the reason why I have this starting so early is so I can show you kind of what we have going on in the back today. So we've got both Yanquan and Shi Jiayang starting in the back. So in other words, we have two guys who are I guess Yanquan is 20 years old. He's never started before for us, though. And Shi Jiayang, of course, has started, like 3 games so far? You can tell just by looking here that, he's not quite as good defensively as some of our other players. He's kind of there in the middle of the pack in terms of what players at this level can do, which means that the coaches may have been right about him. Maybe he was not exactly the best player in the world to start for us. Up here on the front left side, we have Hudchun up there, and I actually not who I wanted. Let's see if I can find him here. Yeah, what we really want here is Jubin. We're going to have Jubin start up here on that front left attacking midfielder side. And the reason why we're going to do that is because we want to make the team a little bit younger. And we want to have a few more of these players who we figure that are going to be around with us long term. And so with that, we'll be on with the show, and we'll see what we can take care of here today and see if we can't get another victory. Now, there is a chance if Jiangsu loses today, and if we win this game, and you know that we're going to win this match, if Jiangsu loses, it's possible that we might be able to secure promotion today. So we'll see what happens. And we've been really good on our travels so far. It's kind of an understatement. We've been good everywhere. We've been good at home. We've been good away. We've been good in every single match we've played. So, I think we're going to be okay. I think we'll be just fine. You can see recent form, nothing but wins. In case you're new with us, yeah, we've been winning every match. So we'll keep going on. We have the goal differential is 176. We've almost scored 200 goals so far this season with, I don't know, like 8 or so games left to play. So I think we're going to be okay. I think we'll be just fine, but let's see what happens, especially with these young kids playing in the back. That's the one thing I worry about. What are we going to do with these kids playing at center back? Xu Jiang now, and he passes it forward, and that ends that highlight. And Xu Jiang now is beaten by his man, by Chen Xin. And you better get back there, boy. And here comes Wang Lingyun for Taiyuan Gong. He has a shot on goal that Shi Jiayang is able to get in the way of and is able to knock that one out of the danger area, which is pretty good for us, but not really sort of what we were looking for here. Liu Xiaoziyang is able to find that corner and make the save. But this is kind of what I was worried about here earlier, that our boys at the back are probably going to have a hard time trying to play defense because they're just not used to it. They've never played together before. Yanquan is starting his first match for us. He hasn't had any appearances for us in the first team because he's been injured. Here's Yi Jinyong now looking for Delphi and just can't find him, misses him just by a second. And Anje, the Taiyuan Gong goalie, knocks that one forward, and it's Yanquan missing the header. But Joao Victor is there to get it. Over to Mwanta, over to Yi Jinyong, to Jubing, and he looks forward for Mwanta. And Sufana was offside there, and he was trying to time his run so that he wasn't, but he was pretty clearly offside. And that ends that attempt for us. Here's Joao Victor now, and he looks forward to Shi Jiayang, and that is the first goal of the season for Shi Jiayang, who does get a head onto it. We can probably excuse some of the inability to play defense right if he's going to be tall and just, jump up and get goals like that. I'm more than happy with that. If he's going to score goals, man, let's keep him on this team. And there's somehow a question of offside here. I don't really understand why, but whatever. We are up 1-0. Yanbian FC up 1-0, just as we should be. And let's get some more goals. 1-0 here in the early going, and this is a little bit worrying that we're not seeing more highlights, and I'm kind of wondering what's happening here. Here's Joao Victor again with another free kick. Looking for Wade, just can't find him. It's back to Delphi now. Forward to Yi Jinyong, over to Yanquan. Yanquan knocks that one in from range. Man, Yanquan, good heavens, in his very, very first start for us here at the top level, hits a goal from outside the penalty area, and this is from a center back. That is impressive. No wonder they've been telling you this kid is good. And you look at that and you just think, holy cow, this kid has that ability. And it's 2-0 Yanbian FC, just like that. And I'm feeling pretty happy now. I'm feeling pretty confident. Joao Victor has a shot on goal there, and that is just saved by Anje, who's having a pretty good game in goal there for Taiyuan Gong. And it ends up back with Lee Jin-young to Jubin, back to Lee Jin-young. Lee Jin-young takes himself over to Wade, looking over for Park Myung-sung, and he has a little, that was kind of a pass inside that was deflected, I think, for the corner. Not really much of a shot, if that's what he was trying to do. Joao Victor now takes the corner, over looking again for Shu Jiayang, who's feeling more confident, goes back to Delphi, and he has a shot from range, and that goes back into those empty seats behind the goal. And so here's Jubin now. And he takes another shot from range, and that one unfortunately ends up going nowhere. And it is now a goal kick for Anjie. We're going to win this one. Yep. Yanquin not only wins this one in midfield, but he knocks it almost all the way back to the goaltender, which is not necessarily what we want him to do. Yanquin really pumped up for this match. His first time starting for the big team, and you can tell that he came out here with with a mission on his mind. Is Wade over to Joao Victor, back to Yanquin. Yanquin finds Wade, and he looks forward to Muanta. And Muanta is almost fouled there in the penalty area, but not quite. Looks like the defender missed him. Goes over to Jubin, who knocks it forward to Para for Para's first goal of this match. And Para is going to remain the leading goal scorer in this league. 3-0 Yanbian FC, and Luciano has a really, really impressive resume here. So with Muanta over to Jubin, and Jubin does exactly what we want him to. He gets that pass in there just perfectly. Para has maybe a foot of space, and that's all he needs, and he knocks that one in, and it is 3-0 Yanbian FC, and this is more like it. I don't know where this was at the beginning of the match, but this is what we were expecting. Anjie once again with the ball, and we're going to get used to that. It's over to Para, over to Muanta. He just cannot beat his man, but that was a good thought. Knocked backwards to Shu Jiayang, who knocks it forward to Delphi, over to Park Myung-sung, now to Wade. Wade moves it forward over to Lee Jin-young. Lee Jin-young looking for someone on the side. I think that was Jubin he was looking for. Back to Yanquin, over to Joao Victor. Back to Yanquin again. Yanquin up to Joao Victor, over to Wade, over to Lee Jin-young. Lee Jin-young takes it over to Yanquin, and he's going to stand with it a little bit, over to Lee Jin-young now. Lee Jin-young forward to Jubin, and Jubin knocks it forward to Para, who has another header from close range, and unfortunately for us, it is saved by the goaltender, but that was really, really nice. It was a good effort of going back and forth and kind of working this defense to death. And, I mean, if we keep this up, we're in really, really good shape. Here's Park Myung-sung now. Park Myung-sung, and he is stripped of the ball. And here's Chen Xin now, who looks like he has a one-on-one, perhaps with the goaltender. And no, we're able to get back onto that one and knock it out for a corner at the last second. And here is that Taiyuan Ligong corner, and it's knocked up, and that's knocked backwards as well. I didn't see who got on his head onto that one, but we're able to knock that one out of the danger area. Here's Yanbian now with the next corner, and that one's knocked up and out as well. And Delphi's running after this one, looking for the ball. It ends up passing three of our players who are standing in the penalty area. That was a ridiculous cross into our guys. And somehow the ball has stayed with Taiyuan Ligong, and Jubin finally trying to win it back, and ends up knocking it out for a throw-in, and that is the end of that. Yanquin now knocks it over to Wade, and this is going to be the last right before the half. Delphi takes it forward, has a back-footed pass over to Park Myung-sung. He kicked that with his heel. Goes back to Wade. Wade looks forward, and I'm not sure who he's looking for there, but not able to find him, and I think he was offside anyway. And that's going to take us here to halftime. So pretty good performance so far from Yanbian FC. We have faced a few attempts by them, but we've been able to sort of knock the ball back, and we've been doing fairly well so far. Everybody having a good game. We're going to just keep them all in there, and we'll see what happens. You notice that I'm not starting with Vaglia, despite the fact that he had 4 goals in the last game, and I probably should have been starting him. I wanted to get a few more Chinese players in here, which is why we've done that. Lee Jin-young now, over to Muanta. Back to Lee Jin-young. Lee Jin-young looks forward. He penetrates over to Jubin. And Jubin, boy, that was almost over. Has a little bit of sort of a floater shot that's deflected. And Anjie just barely keeps that one over the line. Kind of wonder about that goal line technology, because that looked like it was over to me. Lee Jin-young now knocks it forward, looking for Jubin's got him. And Jubin just passes that forward to Para, who barely misses. And man, I mean, all Jubin has to do is he just has to get something on it, some body part on that pass, and knock it forward into the right area, and you know the Para is going to get it. Xu Jiang almost gets his second goal there from a corner. And I mean, I know others have talked about these far post corners, but it's the near post corners that have been working for me. And Para has taken up an injury, and so we are going to put Rovaglia on. We'll put Pietro back on there and see what happens. Para may be out for the rest of the season is what I'm starting to think. We'll see what happens. Rovaglia knocks that forward, looking for Manta, can't find him. Jubin knocks it back forward, can't find anybody. And it goes back out to Pak Myung-sung finally, who grabs it over to Victor. And Victor is going to take it over to Jubin, back to Victor, back again to Jubin. Jubin takes it with the foot over to Manta. Manta takes a shot at it that I thought was going in, and that unfortunately is right on that other side of that near post. And Manta will feel a little bit hard done by. He had the ball in excellent position. And knocked forward to Yanquin, and he can't get a head onto it. I mean, you'll see this again here on the replay. Jubin with another one of these excellent passes over to Manta, who just doesn't have the angle. That was deflected is what happened. But a very, very good piece of playing there by us. And Lee Jin-young is looking for somebody, and whoever he was looking for wasn't looking for him. Moved forward. Jubin now grabs it over to Rovaglia, and it's down to Pak Myung-sung. Pak Myung-sung looks forward, over to Delphi, and he's got a whole bunch of men, including one who's offside. I think it's Rovaglia who's offside. Delphi finally has to just take it up himself, and the shot is blocked. And this is Joao Victor now. Joao Victor comes back and forward with it, looking again for Xu Jiang, and just can't find him. And is knocked out for a throw, and that is the end of that highlight. So we're not playing quite as dominantly as we've been playing in recent matches. I mean, we're not going to score 7 here today unless something big happens soon. But we're still playing well. Pak Myung-sung down to Delphi. Delphi over to Pak Myung-sung. Over to Wade. Down to Delphi again. Back-footed to Pak Myung-sung. Hit with the heel. Over to Xu Jiang. And forward to Rovaglia, who heads it forward to nobody. And Joao Victor now takes it over to Wade. And Wade is looking for Delphi. It's a horrible pass, but Delphi's able to run over and grab it anyway. And he beats his man, makes him slide all over the place, over to Pak Myung-sung, over to Lee Jin-young, and it's to Rovaglia, who's looking for Manta, just can't find him, and that one is headed out and out of the danger area. It's a throw now for Taiyuan Ligong, who have a cross that comes in that Liu Xiaoziyang is forced to deal with himself, and he just throws it on forward to Joao Victor, over to Yanquin, and we're in control again, over to Lee Jin-young, over to Yanquin again, back down to Xu Jiang. Xu Jiang walks it forward over to Wade and then over down to Pak Myung-sung, and he's looking forward for Delphi. We got a couple men here, and here you go, Manta. There you go. There's your goal. 5th goal of the season for Sufanat, and just like that, it's 4-0 Yanbian FC. We've been looking for that all game long, and I think that was the first time that Manta had his man beaten in a fashion that was not offside. And you can see, I mean, he had both men beaten easily, and if he had missed that pass, Rovaglia was there anyway to clean up if he needed to. I mean, that's just the way that it is. It's a fast break. It's a fast break in football. It looks like one of those basketball fast breaks. And it's knocked here out of the danger area again for us. And here we go again with another one of those fast breaks. And it's Manta again. He's got it. As you see, Rovaglia, no, but he has Jubin right in front of him. And there's Jubin taking the shot. And that is just over the bar. I mean, Manta had, probably 3 or 4 men he could have passed that to. I think he chose the wrong one. It would have been better to get that pass a little bit earlier, I think, to Rovaglia. Lee Jin-young now, and he is dispossessed of that one. And here is Wang Lingyun for Taiyuan Ligong, goes back to Wang Shizhuo. And we're going to be able, hopefully, to knock this one out. And instead, Liu Xiaoziyang is forced to go forward to try to grab that ball. He misses it. But fortunately for us, the shot is pretty poor. And we're able to get through without a goal being scored. But that was pretty bad by Liu Xiaoziyang. Manta trying to take that one himself. Good run, bad shot at the end. Poor finishing. It deserved a better finish, right? Isn't that the thing that Football Manager always says? Joao Victor now takes this shot from range. And again, just not able to get it in. But it's a good idea. It's a good shot. We like to see that. And here comes another corner for us. And we're thinking that Joao Victor might be injured here, and I'm going to take him off here in a second right after this corner is done, and that is the end of that corner. And we're going to take a look and see what we can do here for Joao Victor. And at this point in time of the season, it doesn't really matter if our guys are getting injured or not. I mean, we're doing pretty well. We're going to win the league. We're going to secure promotion, and we can deal with having a couple of guys out, on the stretchers and so on if we need to. So far, so good. Playing pretty well in this one. 4-0 Yanbian FC. It looks like it's going to be the final score. Once we take Joao Victor on, Zhang Jianyi has played pretty well in recent matches, but he just doesn't have that same pace and that same excitement that the Brazilian has. And, it's all right. We'll work with him. We'll still work with him. We need Chinese players anyway. It's part of the rules. Delphi unable to get onto this one, and we're just not able to get possession of the ball here, and that is the end of the match. And there you have it. Yanbian FC win this one again, 4-0. Would you expect anything less? I think that we all expected us to win. Everybody has a good game. Everybody looks happy. That's what we like to see. The big news today are goals from both Yanqun and Shi Jiayang, both of whom are young strikers who are starting there in the back for the first time, and that's what we like to see. We like to see goals from our big boys back in the back, and Jubin ends up with the best performer of the match, despite the fact that he too is only 16. So we got teenagers here, and up here as well. And most of these other players are also young. We're talking about like maybe 20, 21, except for Park Myung-sung, the only older one in the team. So pretty good team to follow, good fun to play with. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.